All right, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to cover variation number 2, version number 2 of the double bottoms. And also, just so you guys know, the order really doesn't matter, okay? Now, variation number 2 is just like the previous one, but the only difference is when the market give you that double bottom, the second bottom will be somewhat a little bit shorter. Here's an example of that, right? So we have the market selling, right? Boom. It stops here, okay? And then they bought up again. And once the market bought up, we're going to generate a zone because that's where it stopped at. So market stopped at this point and turn around. So we're going to generate a zone. Now, when the market comes back around, right? So this is what we're working on right now. So when the market comes back around, it stops short off the zone, like so, where normally it would hit the zone. Now, this is still considered as a double bottom. It just happened to be that it did not hit the zone the way we would like it to. Now, the reason a lot of time the reason for that would be it's not that it did not hit the zone. It's more of the market gives you a stop hunt or a wick that where it got close to it. But now sometimes it does stop at this point to go back up. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna generate a price action to help you understand what I mean by that, right? Let's just say hypothetically, this right here was the last selling candle, okay? What you would normally get with that is a wick, right? Which is this, okay? When you use the line chart, that's why I'm showing you guys, helping you guys understand. When you use the line chart, it shows you the exact turnaround point, okay? Once we cover zone, that'll come in the hand, okay? A lot of time, the last selling candle will look something like so, where it did not hit the zone, or it just may be something a little bit like this, okay? It doesn't mean it's not valid. It is a double bottom. It's just it's not always going to hit that, okay? Now, typically, we'll wait for a bullish engulfing, right? So we could take our buy to go to the top, right? Now, just like before, for every setup that we take, for every setup that we trade, please understand, all setup has to be based off the month, right? Week, or the day. So these are the time frame you are looking for these buy setups, these technical analysis, okay? That's pretty much what it is. If you don't see one in the monthly, then it will be on the weekly. If you don't see nothing on the weekly, it will be on the daily. So one of them will be available to you. All right. Now, again, when you go to the 4-hour time frame to wait for that setup so you could take that setup, a lot of time you will get the same 4-hour setup. Please understand, right? You only on the 4-hour time frame because you're waiting for your price action. I don't want you to become so fixated in the 4-hour that you lose track of the overall trend of the market. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover this variation number 2, right, with more detail. Okay. All right, here we go. So as you can see, we got market coming down. Boom, stops right here, right? Market stops here, and it shot up. You see that? That will be your zone. And then when it came back to it, it stopped short of the zone. Again, you will see different variations of that. So I will show you how it would look like, of course, in the chart. But first, let's just get the fundamentals as far as understanding how it looks like. So when we go to the chart, we know exactly what we're looking for. So this is when it will come to the zone. Again, sometimes you get the wick to the bottom. Sometimes it just falls short. Now, when you get your price action, just like before, here is where you would have entered for your buy. And then, of course, you put your stop loss at the last low. Now, even though we're not covering entry points and stop losses, but that's technically how it would look like. This is variation number 2. All right. Now, again, for your homework, right? All I need is all the information that needs to be available to me, as if you was teaching me how to trade. I want to make sure you understand that even though I'm giving you the information, make it your own. What I need to know is that, hey, this right here is the first bottom. Okay. How you choose to write is up to you. Where this right here is the second one. The only thing about the second one is it did not hit the zone exactly how the first one did. Okay. But market did come towards the zone and give us a price action to go up. All right. So, and then again, this is variation number 2 when it comes to a double bottom buying setup. All right. And also within your note, I need to know that these setups has to be based off the weekly, monthly, or daily. Okay. The highest time frame. And you will be looking to enter, right? So let's put this right. So entry time frame. Entry time frame would be the 4-hour time frame, okay? The 4-hour. Sometimes I like to say H4, okay? It's the same thing, okay? The 4-hour time frame. I need all that information to be available within that, with this in your flashcard, okay? That matters a lot. Please make sure you put all that information in there. Again, if you need a little bit of understanding or some examples, please look at under the homework section. Since you are at part 2 right now, you will see other people's homework. And again, you are at part 2. That means you post the first one already. That means I looked at it and give you some instruction in regarding to what to do or what was missing. That way you could adjust accordingly. So for every one of these that you create, you're going to get better over time. Okay. Whatever that was missing, I will let you know what you're missing. So you could go ahead and write that in there. Also, while you're doing this, either on your sketchbook or your composition notebook, please make sure, just like your price action, right? Every page is for its own setup. I don't need to see 2 setups in one page. Each page has its own setup. That way we could put all the information that we need to put in there. And just in case also if we miss out on some information, that we have the room for that. Okay. It's pretty much a giant flashcard. It is your blueprint. It is your cheat sheet. So when you go to the chart, if you don't understand what kind of setup it is, all you got to do is look at either your ultimate buying setup or your price action book or um, your sketchbook or your composition book where you did your work then, your homework then. All right. Again, like before, all you got to do is just go ahead and take a picture of this and click under the homework section on the Discord and go ahead and post that. All right. So again, this is variation number 2. I'll be seeing you on the next video where we cover variation number 3. Simple, straight to the point. Okay.